As Halacha Yomi, that page 74, Halacha 27. One should go to the Mikveh, Erev Yom Kippur. Even if he went, Erev Rosh Hashanah, Hazan from Yom Kippur especially, make sure to go to the Mikveh as well. Amen. 28. One may not say bracha when he goes into the Mikveh. For men, this bracha is not required, and actually it's going to be blessing in vain. Ladies is different. How many times do you have to dip? According to Halacha, it's enough. You did one time, that you went inside fully, fulfilled the mitzvah. But some say 3 times. Some say you should do it 13 times. Some mekubanim even dip 151. Some even do 300 times dipping in the mikveh, right? Now, if you do gematria of kas, right, 151, right? And over there's some mekubalim who have to say you have to even do 300. But the idea is that you have to know that you shouldn't spend too much time in the mikveh if there's other people waiting, and you shouldn't think that this is the main thing. The mikveh is to purify you, to signify rebirth, washing yourself off from your sins and starting over. And the whole idea is that go in, do what you gotta do, and get out. Don't spend time there and schmooze and hang out, and just do it and continue with your day. Chaz Shalom, if a person is not able to go to the mikveh, what should he do? He should stand under the shower and pour on his head 12.5 liters. So if you calculate how much your shower head gives in a minute, then you'll calculate based on that how many minutes you have to be under the shower continuously in order to be considered that you poured 9 kabin on your head, 12.5 liters. 31. Even though a man does not have to be so meticulous about the laws of chatzitza, the laws of intervening substances, preferably you should remove all chatzitzot and cut your nails before in order to avoid chatzitza. Sometimes people have Band-Aid on their leg, on their hand. You forget these things. You dip with them. Ideally, you should remove them before you dip. 32. One should refrain from saying vidui inside the mikveh, because since it's not a clean place, you're not allowed to think or speak words of Torah in an unclean place. Which kavanah should you have? You should have kavanah, having mind to be purified, to start over, and fulfill the mitzvah mikveh and get out. That's it, and nothing else. 33. Women are not required for doing Erev Yom Kippur mikveh. They're not required, and they should refrain from doing so. If it's the mikveh night, so go. But if it's not, don't think, it's Erev Yom Kippur, I should go to mikveh. 34. Navel may go to the mikveh Erev Yom Kippur, but the laws of Avelud apply till nighttime. 35. Some people have the custom to give themselves malkut. We do malkut on Erev Yom Kippur. I saw a guy, he was very meticulous for malkut. He didn't even come to pray, but he came 5 a.m. He asked, Rabbi, what time is malkut? I said, first come to pray. But he wanted to do lashes, right? There's symbolic lashes that we give. There's a pole, and the guy stands by the pole. He lifts his shirt, and the guy tells him do teshuvah, and he symbolically smacks him with the belt or with the leather straps. And this is not to be hard. People say, Davai, smack me, give me kapara. That's not the point. The point is not to really hurt the guy. It's symbolic. It's a remembrance. A person should remember that it used to be, according to Torah, when we had the Sanhedrin, Bedin, that if you did a negative transgression of the Torah and you got caught, witnesses saw, you got a punishment of lashes, and you had to get flogged in a public place. And to remember this and to bring thoughts of teshuvah, so we do the lashes today. People, maybe lack of knowledge or whatnot, they think that this is more important than anything else, Erev Yom Kippur, and it's not. This is just a minhag. The Arizal said it's good to go and mikveh, the lashes, pray early mincha, Erev Yom Kippur. All those 3 things together are very powerful. But you should know that the teshuvah, the main thing is the teshuvah that the lashes are helping you to do. The lashes itself are not really what's accomplishing, whatever it's accomplishing. It's the main thing is the teshuvah. Okay, 36. Before the Suda Mafseket, before the meal before Erev Yom Kippur, before Yom Kippur, the meal there you prepare for the fast, even though we said there's a mitzvah to eat the whole day, he says that there's one should pray mincha and say vidui, confession, a long confession at the end of Shemona Esrei, and you should pray early mincha. That way, when you eat your meal, you already prayed mincha, and there's no, God forbid, prosecuting angels against you. They might say you don't deserve to go through Yom Kippur, and God forbid, my guy might choke and die. The Gemara says it's a bad sign for somebody if he passes away before Yom Kippur, because that shows that God didn't want to give him at least kapara before he passed away. So therefore, it's a bigger bracha, it's a good siman, it's a good sign if someone passes away after Yom Kippur. That way he got kapara before he passed away. So therefore we try not to give the Satan a chance for it to prosecute us. Therefore we do confession in the early mincha before we do the Suda Mafseket. While reciting vidui, you should slightly lean forward. However, somebody who feels this is hard, he doesn't have to do it. He can lean on him something to support himself, but not so much that he would fall if it would be removed. 38. When reciting al-had, the custom is to hit lightly the side of the chest. You know those guys, they pray Amidah. You hear him from across the room, how he's smacking so hard that he's not obligatory. It's symbolic. Everything is symbolic. Even like this, you also fulfill the mitzvah. It's not about hurting yourself. And so I'm showing how I understand it's bad what I'm doing, what I did, you know. So therefore, it's symbolic. It's not about hurting yourself. Okay, 39. Even if you didn't do the sins, it says in the vidui, we still say it. Why? Maybe in the previous Gilgul, our forefathers did this. Maybe for all Am Yisrael, for the people who are not saying vidui. I'm saying vidui for them. So you have to say all of it. 40. If you remember a specific sin that's not in the vidui, you should also say it. You should also mention it. Let's say you did a sin and it's not mentioned in the confession. It doesn't say there in the Siddur. So you should say it with your own words. You should add it in yourself. 41. Even if you did sins from before a previous Yom Kippur, you say it again in this vidui. Let's say a person used to do a sin, but already a few years he doesn't do the sin anymore. That's it. Many Yom Kippurs passed and he doesn't do it anymore. He should still mention it in the vidui again. 42. When saying vidui, you should not speak. But if you hear bracha, you hear kedusha, you hear kaddish, you should answer. 43. Minhag of Ashkenazim is to skip Avinu Malkeinu during minha, but our minhag is to say Avinu Malkeinu. Suda Mafseket, and we'll end over here. During Suda Mafseket, the meal right before Yom Kippur, some people have the custom to dip their bread in honey or sugar. Regardless of the custom, salt should still be brought to the table. According to Kabbalah, we know salt protects, and salt is not allowed to be not left out of the Mizbeach. So too, our table is like Mizbeach. 45. One should try eating before Shkiah because it's a mitzvah to add to the fast from the mundane to the holy. Like accepting Shabbat early, it's a mitzvah to accept Yom Kippur early as well and accept the fast. This also applies to ladies. Even if you finished early and you said Birkat Hamazon, you're still allowed to eat as long as it's not Shkiah and as long as you didn't accept the fast yet. You're still allowed to eat even after Birkat Hamazon. 47. On your Erev Yom Kippur, you should eat foods that are easy to digest. Why? That way, you'll be able to do the fast, and it will not cause you to become Chas v'Shalom Tameh on your Erev Yom Kippur. What about if you want to do Mayim Hayim on the Suda Mafseket? One should not drink alcoholic drinks. That way, your mind will stay clear, and you'll be able to pray properly. Other drinks are permitted, even if it's hot. Let's say you want to drink hot tea, hot coffee. You're allowed to in Suda Mafseket. One who has extremely hard time fasting is allowed to swallow a pill before the fast to make his fast easier. However, one should not take this pill just to make it easier because I like easy fasts. It's someone who has a hard time fasting that usually he breaks the fast. He wants to take a pill to help him fast. He's allowed to do so. 51. One may leave food on a hot plate, on a crock pot throughout Yom Kippur from Erev Yom Kippur, so we'll have a hot meal after Yom Kippur. Okay, we'll stop over here. Hazak Baruch.